All right, welcome back, guys. It's another great day to talk some football. It's Friday, November 30th, and today we're going to be going over our top 5 running backs. As always, to my right, we have Brandon Hudson, and across the table, we have my man Darren Kinslow, decked out in his Patriots gear. Scummy. All right, I'll go ahead and start it off. Number 1, I don't really think that any of us are going to have anything different on this one. I'm going with Todd Gurley of the Los Angeles Rams. He's just having a great season. Through 11 games, over 200 attempts with over 1,000 rushing yards already with still, how many games? 5 games to go?
I think 4 it is.
4? I think it's 5.
5.
5 games to go. Yeah,
that's right, yeah.
11 games. 13 total touchdowns rushing and 4 through the air. I don't think you can just beat that at all. He's definitely in the MVP conversation, even though it's going to go to a quarterback. But still, Todd Gurley, number 1 running back this year. Brandon, what do you think?
I got Todd Gurley as my number 1, too. I agree with everything you just said, too.
Yep. Darren?
I've got Gurley as well, 13 touchdowns. He's second in rushing, 5 yards a carry, too, and no fumbles, which is always important. I've got Todd Gurley number 1.
Just such a dynamic running back out of the backfield, be able to catch the ball and rush for that just dynamic Rams offense.
Yeah, been a huge part of their offense.
Yeah. All right, going on to number 2, I've got my man from the New York Giants, Saquon Barkley. Maybe a little biased because he's on my fantasy team, but he's just having an amazing year. 170 rushing attempts, 829 yards, 8 touchdowns rushing, 4 receiving. Same thing with Todd Gurley, just another dynamic back. Can't just rush the ball. He can catch it out of the backfield too. And let's be honest, he's the only good part of that Giants offense because Odell Beckham Jr. really hasn't been able to do much with Eli Manning at quarterback. It's so impressive that the defense knows they're running it with Saquon Barkley, and he's still able to make something happen. One of the most dynamic running backs I think I've seen. Brandon, what do you got?
I'm going to disagree with you on that one.
All right.
I'm going to go with Kamara.
Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara.
Yep. Alvin Kamara.
That's interesting that you say that because he's not in my top 5.
That's interesting because I really don't care. He is number 2.
He's number 2.
He finds ways every single time to still manage to get the ball and still run for yards,
And
still have some touchdowns.
Does split touches with
He does split.
Marking.
Yeah,
Yes, now he's splitting touches with Mark Ingram, so I have to go with him, and he's still putting up the numbers.
I think he's very dependent on what that offense is doing because the offense struggled last night against the Cowboys, and you didn't really see much of Alvin Kamara at all.
But you got to think, they're sitting up there in the top, right now. I honestly, with as low scoring as that game, I really don't think they wanted that game that much, honestly.
Yeah, they came in flat. I don't know.
No, you're telling me that Drew Brees puts up 10 points for score only 1 touchdown. And then a field goal. You can't tell me that they didn't want that.
Yeah. It was.
I'll take it back to last video. What did I say? I said it was going to be close. I was surprised that the Cowboys won, but I did say it was going to be close. They got Zeke going, and yeah.
I'll give that one to you. Yeah, you did call it. I was utterly shocked at how poorly Drew Brees played. It just felt like, hey, we're the Saints. We can walk into the Cowboys Stadium and just dominate, and it doesn't happen like that. You got to be ready for every game in the NFL. So, Darren, who do you got at number 2?
Speaking of Zeke, he is my number 2 running back. He's first in rushing yards. He's got he's the leading rusher. 6 touchdowns, 4.8 yards a carry. He does have 4 fumbles, but he is the heart and soul of the Cowboys offense. That Prescott, he looked all right last night, but Zeke is definitely their number 1 guy. So he's my number 2 for top 5 running backs.
Just surpassing Todd Gurley with plus 30 attempts. He's got 240 attempts. You're bound to fumble the ball when you're whole Cowboys offense. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Zeke at number 2. Speaking of Ezekiel Elliott, coming in at my number 3 spot, all the things Darren said, just a dynamic running back. And I've noticed last year he didn't really catch the ball that much, but this year he's starting to catch it out of the backfield, got 68 targets for 3 touchdowns. He's looking good, and it's just with such a poor quarterback, I'm not a believer in Dak Prescott at all. He just looked below average in that game. And Zeke Elliott's that offense. Brandon, who do you got at number 3?
At number 3, this was a hard one. This really was. But I had to go with Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt? All right.
He's, right now, they're sitting at what? Maybe top top 3 right now teams overall, no matter what. I mean,
you got the Rams, Saints,
they've got
Chiefs. Yeah.
Tyreek Hill. I mean, Travis Kelce. He's got all the weapons, but still, I mean, he's in there. He's still getting his reps, and he still is hurdling people. I mean, let's not forget the hurdle touchdown. I mean, you don't get that very much in the NFL anymore. Then you got him. He has a good spin move off of it. He can break tackles easily.
He's so hard to tackle.
He is. I mean, I just had to go with him as my number 3 on that one.
I like to say something about Kareem Hunt because I have him at my number 4 spot. Spoiler alert! But the reason I didn't put him farther up is because I didn't notice this. Saquon Barkley has less attempts than Kareem Hunt, and that's surprising coming from the Chiefs' offense that Kareem Hunt would have more attempts than Saquon Barkley. So, just another reason why Saquon Barkley is such a dynamic running back. But I agree with everything you said. Darren, what do you got?
Number 3, all the same reasons what you said. I've got Saquon Barkley at number 3. He is kind of like Zeke. He's the heart and soul of their offense. I think even more than Ezekiel Elliott. But he is number 3. He's 4th in rushing, 8 touchdowns, no fumbles. Really good football player. He's number 3.
Yep. All right, coming to my number 4 spot. I already said it. We got Kareem Hunt, running back for the Kansas City Chiefs. Coming off of just an impressive rookie year, he really hasn't missed a beat. To start, it was a little bit shaky, getting Patrick Mahomes warmed up, but now Kareem Hunt's just on a tear. 824 yards, 7 touchdowns rushing, and then 7 touchdowns receiving. It's just impressive. You can't say really more anything about that. Brandon, what do you got at number 4?
Number 4, I have actually I kind of bounced back and forth between this one, but I gotta say Zeke. Late in the round, I know, but I just feel it's the right move for me. And I got to pick Zeke. All the same stuff that Darren says. I mean,
so you would take all your running backs before Ezekiel Elliott?
See, it's a hard one, though.
Yeah.
It is. It's a hard one.
It
But I have to
is.
see. I have to say Zeke. Now, see, I do agree with everything. Zeke's starting to make his way up there.
Yeah.
Now, maybe next year, I could see that. I mean, Zeke might move up into my top 3, top 2. I mean, he will definitely be up there next season, I think. But I had to stick with where he is now, but I think he could definitely earn that spot at the top 2 or top 3.
There's no really wrong answers here because all 4 of these guys are just so dynamic. Yeah. It's just, you can't really go wrong with either one of them. Darren, what do you got?
Number 4, I've got Kareem Hunt. The reason he's not any higher is because he doesn't get as many touches as some of the other guys. Mm-hmm. But that's really not his fault. I think he deserves more credit since he's on the Chiefs' offense with Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins, all those guys. He's still a really good rusher, and number 4.
Yeah. The beginning of the year, you didn't really hear much about Kareem Hunt because of that slow start and just Patrick Mahomes lighting it up, but he's definitely caught fire here. All right, coming in at my number 5 spot. I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for this one, all right? And I don't know if you guys know who I'm picking for this one. But I got Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I knew it was coming out. I knew it was coming out as a secret.
My running back for the Green Bay Packers. Now, keep in mind, this man's played 9 games, all right?
Sure.
Leading the league in yards per carry with above 6 yards per carry. Only 100 attempts, which is about 100 less than all the other running backs. Still has a 600-yard season, 6 touchdowns rushing, and 1 touchdown receiving. He's just getting started. And the fact that he wasn't implemented in the offense earlier, shout out Mike McCarthy, it's just sad, but he's such a dynamic running back, and I saw that from the beginning that his talent was just going to show over Jamal Williams and Ty Montgomery, and that's why I have my number 5 spot. Brandon, what you got?
I've got to agree with you on that one. I'm not gonna pick him as my number 5, but I do have to agree with you because they don't have the best offensive line, but still somehow they end up collapsing on him, and he still finds a way to get out through the first line of defense and makes it all the way back into the secondary. And I do agree with that one. Yeah. But my number 5 is Saquon Barkley. The reason why I had to pick Saquon so late is because he's a new back. Yes. I got respect for him as a new back. He's proved his way.
Yeah.
But I think he'll be another one like Zeke. He'll start progressing in the year, and then he'll start progressing in next season, and then he'll make his way back up there. But just as him being a rookie and everything, there's players out there that they start out good like this, and then they may just fall off the map. I don't think it'll be like that with him, but I definitely think he'll work his way up.
I got a question. You're starting an NFL team right now. Who are you taking, Saquon Barkley or Ezekiel Elliott?
Oh, man, that's a hard one. I'd have to say Zeke just because of the experience.
Yeah. All right, I get that, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen more of Zeke. So
yeah.
But I had this. That one was a kind of a tough one because I wanted to add James Conner only because of the fact he's taken over a big role of Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
But it's just too many running backs out there. But
yeah, they just feed him so much. I feel like his numbers are inflated. That he's just a workhorse back there. Darren, what do you got at number 5?
Number 5 was a little hard for me. I think Phillip Lindsay could definitely be at number 5.
Yeah.
If you look at his yards per game or yards per carry, you look at how many rushing yards he's had for only 135 attempts, kind of like Aaron Jones as well. But I think I'm going to go with Alvin Kamara for the Saints. He's second in touchdowns with 11. He's also split in time now with Mark Ingram. So yeah, I got to go Kamara.
Okay, see, here's the thing. I want to defend myself here, not putting Kamara in my top 5. I just feel that Kamara is such a dependent back on that offense. When the offense isn't doing well, he's not doing anything. Even when the offense struggles, like Ezekiel Elliott was such a average quarterback, Ezekiel Elliott still finds a way to get it done. So I just feel all these running backs I have in my top 5 can get it done with just poor offense, and I don't feel that Kamara can do that. All right, any last words?
I think that's it.
I think that's
Although
it.
with Aaron Jones being at number 5.
There we go.
Right, number 5?
Yeah, number 5, yeah.
Well, you can't really look at yards per attempt because he's only had 100.
Yeah.
So obviously that's going to be skewed a little bit.
It's going to be skewed, yeah.
But yeah, he is a good running back. So
you got to think he has 200 less yards than Kareem Hunt with 80 less carries. So, I mean,
That's true.
It's true. I mean, he's a dynamic running back, and I'm excited for him in Green Bay. Any last words, guys?
I'm good.
I think that's it.
All right, that was good. That concludes this episode, Top 5 Running Backs. Thanks for joining us. Leave some comments if you disagree with any of our picks, and we'll see you next time.
Go Pats.